All ball TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Craig Carton is a New York City radio legend at this point, and he had a run with Boomer and Carton, and then he got locked up, but he came home and he's back with a vengeance. That show is starting to gain some steam. It's on FS1. Watch out, Skip Bayless and Nick Wright, bunch of bums, because this guy, he's a legend out here.
For this, the biggest flea. My dad been calling for this for the last 5 years. He said, "Yo,
OG Flea."
OG Flea has said, "Yo, before we even had the Nova game, this is before we even had the game. He was like, we need Jay Wright." I said, "Jay Wright? Jay Wright, we need Jay Wright." I got to down me sleep on that.
Boy, what do you think about Tom Thibodeau having the most pressure on him compared to everybody else? Because Jay Wright is waiting in the wings. He get retired. He's get retired, apparently, according to Craig Carton from FS1.
Wow. This is tricky, man. This is tricky because Tom Thibodeau grew on me, man. Pause. Remember, I'm not a big Tom Thibodeau fan.
Right.
But, of course, there's some pressure on him. But to me, he's done a hell of a job since he's been here. So I don't put as much pressure on him as I put on OG, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson. OG because he got the max. Julius Randle because, when he gets in the playoffs, he's injured or doesn't play well. And Mitchell Robinson not being able to stay healthy. So I'm going to be honest. I think Tom Thibodeau's job is secure. Now, would Jay Wright be cool? Yeah, that'd be a cool move. But I'm not. Listen, man, this is y'all know me, how I feel about Tom Thibodeau. I think he earned the trust and respect of the city, the team, the organization. Jay Wright is legendary. But I don't think this has nothing to do with Tom Thibodeau. Everybody knows how he's gonna coach. He ain't gonna coach different. He's gonna practice hard, pause. He's gonna have his guys play hard, pause. But the pressure is on OG. He got what he wanted, y'all. He got what he wanted. OG got the max, y'all. So we ain't gonna try to sway this and put this on Tom Thibodeau. No. No, we not doing that because now we looking for a reason to get rid of Tom Thibodeau. See, we can't have it both ways. When I'm looking for a reason to get rid of Julius Randle, y'all kill me for it. But now we're gonna do the same thing to Tom Thibodeau, who held it down for us through thick and thin. So for me, I like the Jay Wright move, but I don't think Tom Thibodeau has done anything for his job to be in jeopardy. I think OG has the biggest pressure. Then come Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson. I'm sorry. I think that's where the pressure is at, y'all. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm crazy.
Oh, my God. Follow that up, Flea, because Jesus Christ. I wish OG Flea was here to hear that.
I'm not turning on Tibbs or trying to say it's time for Tibbs to move on. But let's call a spade, man. This is the NBA. It's always about what have you done for me lately. It's always about what I always say, upgrading, getting better. And the longest tenured head coaches have championships. Go look at the coaches that have kept their jobs the longest in the league currently today. All of them have a championship. So yeah, Tibbs has made he's given himself a lot of space to grow as our coach. I don't want to fire him, but we're not about to act like Tibbs is untouchable now. And how dare us even think about upgrading the coach? No, this is basketball talk.
Hold on, Flea, stay there. Hold on.
Yep.
I think Tibbs is untouchable. Right? Now hold on. Is Jay Wright an upgrade from Tom Thibodeau right now? Your opinion?
My opinion is he an upgrade if we currently with this roster, is he an upgrade?
Is Jay Wright as a head coach for the Knicks an upgrade from Tom Thibodeau?
I don't know. And I say that because that dude has no professional head coaching experience. So that's irresponsible for me to say yes, that upgrade. But it's in a unique situation. He'd be coming in coaching guys that he's already led to championships before. So it makes it different. This is not similar like any other situation. It would be a very different situation. So I don't know. That's a hard way to answer that question.
And Flea, I'm gonna be very honest. It's very rare that the college coaches come over and be great NBA head coaches. I'm not saying Jay Wright won't be able to do it, but a lot of them guys come over and they seem to be regular. They don't seem to be that special. But I honestly think at this point, and me saying this sounds crazy, Tom Thibodeau is untouchable right now as the Knicks head coach, bro. I think the city fell in love with him. The players fell in love with him. The organization fell in love with him. And like I said, he grew on everybody. And I think he earned his respect. And I never was a Tom Thibodeau fan, but I think what he's done, and as far as with the big man, and remember, everybody under Tom Thibodeau's watch, look at what they do. They become great players and MVP candidates or MVPs. So listen, man, it's tough. It's tough.
We literally got Tibbs his players. This makes no sense. Well, that's the exact reason why I think Tibbs has the most pressure on him. How can we think otherwise? We got his players here. You know whose players we also got? Jay Wright. These are Jay Wright's players. And he said he quit. We saw Dan Hurley flirt with the Lakers, but that Lakers organization, as ALLBALL put it, there's a whole free agent list that deny the Lakers this offseason. Why? Because they're a hot mess over there. They're nothing but a reality TV show. Meanwhile, we got the real deal going on this side of town. We got the real deal, how to build an organization, how to really go after a championship, how to build culture for real. Jay Wright is a part of this culture. He helped create these guys as well. Don't get me wrong. Brunson's the face of it. Even Jay Wright is shocked by Brunson's success. Everybody is. ALLBALL threw that curveball, though. He threw the curveball. OG, thank you for reminding me, because I almost forgot. He's the play, not Randall. OG Anunoby has the most pressure on him as far as players go. You better show up this year. You better show up for 60 games. You better not be limping around at any point in time. Don't show me you limping around. You better be terminated out there. You're going to be Kawhi 2.0. If that's your legacy. But that being said, you know how I felt about Tibbs this in the playoffs, man. I didn't like his strategy against the Philadelphia 76ers. He did not play Ochua. He did not have a plan B and C. He didn't. And if you go into a season with your players like that, there's no excuses. Even with your players, 9-man rotation, whatever it is, I better not see them out there the wrong way. We're going to call you out immediately. Immediately, that's what we're going to do. I don't know what Tibbs is going to do. For me, it's definitely a lot of pressure. That's the first person I'm looking at, because I believe we had all the pieces in January. I still think we have all the pieces. I think we all believe they're a championship team at this point. And Tibbs has to prove himself as a head coach. This is not just the New York pressure that's on him. This is his career pressure on him. He's been folding as far as a head coach. This has been following him over here. He has a lot of pressure on him. Is he built for this? Is he built to win a championship? He, along with these Nova Knicks, have been painted as championship contenders, but more so, he has had a longer career. Hey, are you this guy? Three Coaches of the Year awards. He won a championship with the Boston Celtics as a defensive coordinator or defensive coach. But where is it at as a head coach? Are you D'Antoni of the defensive coaches out here? There's a lot of pressure on him, and I think he's the one that's going to face it. ALLBALL, Flea. ALLBALL made a great point. That contract puts you on a different level now, OG. You are now on the same level as Jalen Brunson. You took more money than the face of the organization.
Talk to him.
So I agree with that. Like, we talked about this. We know Jalen Brunson came into New York, and his pops told him, go watch this Derek Jeter documentary. That's who you got to model yourself after in that town. They won't touch you after that. This is how you answer them questions. Don't be talking to the referee too much. The fans ain't going to like all that. This is a serious basketball fan base. So, OG, you see how Jalen Brunson operates. He escapes a lot of our critiques and everything because he plays well, number one. And number two, he's not saying the wrong things. You do have to be careful and be an MC out here, too. You're going to have to be the slickest. Or don't say nothing like Kawhi. But you see, we're turning up on Kawhi now, too. Enough is enough. You better not be Kawhi 2.0 without the ring. The ringless Kawhi, we don't want that. We don't want that. But that being said, ALLBALL, I still believe as much pressure as there is on OG, for me, it's more for Tibbs. This is his career on the line. You got a championship caliber team by everybody's account. And if you can't get us to the conference championship and then the championship, and it can't be your fault. That's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody blaming Spoelstra for nothing. Ain't nobody blaming Mike Malone for nothing right now. Ain't nobody blaming Joe Mazzulla right now because he won. He got the one up over Ime now. He figured it out. Now there's no more questioning Joe Maz over there in Boston. How them Bostonians call him.
Don't do that to Ime. They didn't give Ime Drew Holiday and Porzingis. So let's not do that.
I'm just saying, as far as right now. I get
what you're saying, though.
Yeah, Joe Mazzulla had the pressure on him. That's how you get rid of that stench. Tibbs has that on him more so than OG, old boy. That's what I'm saying. It's not just the Knick tenure. He has the Minnesota and Chicago Bulls tenure on him too. The stench on him. What you think about that?
I mean, honestly, I disagree. I think that stench is gone. What Tom Thibodeau did with the Knicks these last 4 seasons. First season, you go to the playoffs. Second season, your top guy gets hurt. So, of course, you don't expect much. Third and fourth season, back-to-back playoffs, second round. This season, one of the best seasons the Knicks had in how long? He had under his watch, MVP candidate, All-NBA player, All-Star. Look what Hartenstein, Deuce, and DiVincenzo and Josh Hart turned into. This is under his watch. Now you got teams looking to want to take Precious. This is under his watch. He just revived, what's the point guard that just went to Miami? Burks. He just revived Burks' career. This is under Tom Thibodeau's watch. So that stench everybody talking about, that stench is over. That stench is over. I'm not saying there ain't no pressure on him, but it's not his fault if guys can't stay healthy. It's not his fault that OG gets hurt with non-contact injuries. So no, I'm not, like I said, he definitely deserves pressure, but I don't think he gets nowhere near as much pressure as OG. OG, you got what you wanted. Remember, you're the missing piece. Everybody say with you, including you, Fabian. You said all we needed was OG to be title contenders. True or false? So man, we not gonna sit here and try to put it all on the coach. And we giving the players what they want. Now they gotta show and prove. Simple. So yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm not doing that to Tom Thibodeau. Nope. He proved that he could be a great head coach for this organization. He stuck it out with us. And come on, man, look at us now. We talking titles now. That's under his watch.
I don't know if I'm using the word pressure, but if we're going to talk about who has pressure, yeah, you just signed a $200 million deal. You completely changed how we look defensively. You took us up another notch. So, yeah, I think there's some pressure to show up. You have this stench on you right now that you a nigga that don't know how to show up for work. Right? You when we show up at the time clock, where are you? You're never there. So, yeah, like, I think that's showing up. I think somebody said, I don't know if it was you or OG, I think somebody said, is this guy going to play 60 games this year? Can we get him committed to even be eligible for postseason awards? Like, I want to see the guy out there.